I'm not gonna lie, this prompt was a struggle to choose 5 because I have been obsessed with one of my picks and I'm like, this is it. This is my ultimate go-to. And I'm like, I need 4 more. I need 4 more. Happy Wednesday, friends! So excited that you're here. It is Top 5 Wednesday. We're going to be talking about some manga. I had to really think about this prompt just because, like I said, I've been stuck on this one manga that I'm like, this fits so perfectly for me for this prompt. But I'm like, what else have I been reading? What else have I been going to help decompress? But before I go more into about the prompt, in case if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, in a nutshell, basically each week I answer a prompt using 5 books, but in this case I do manga to reflect the said prompt. And today's prompt is books that help you decompress, or books that are just sort of chill, you know, like you've come home, it's been a stressful day, busy day, and you're like, I just need something to, again, decompress, to relax, to not have to invest my brain into anything too deep or anything like that. This is the prompt for you. We're talking about those books that do exactly that, that are just so chill, like your stress just melts away. I love those kind of books. In fact, that is usually, honestly, my go-to. And I will say, outside of like 2, that I love slice of life books where they just don't have a plot. They don't need a plot. I'm like, I just need something that's going to make me feel all the warm fuzzies, let the stress drain away, and call it a day. Those are my perfect stress-free books. I love them so much. They're amazing. I mean, some of the ones I'm featuring do have a little bit of plot, but majority of them, no, they don't. I feel like one of the minority of people who really like that where I'm like, I don't need a plot to feel satisfied as a reader. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So I'm going to be starting with, for my first one, number 1, I'm going to talk about my current obsession. I told myself though, I can't ramble too much because I want to talk more in depth about it during my reading wrap-up video next month. But this is a digital only manga in English, and that is Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent. It's on KMANGA. I do have volumes 3 through 6 because I'm obsessed. This literally has been my ultimate decompress manga. Like the week that it came out, I read it in 2 days. Yeah, I bought some chapters. And then every day after that, I literally read this series every single day. Like not in its fullness, but literally, yes. It was the only thing I was reading, and I felt like nothing could compete with this kind of peak. And I'm going to do volume 5 because it's my favorite cover, and I absolutely love them so much. They're so amazing, and I'm like, I have to do a video review of this. I have been nervous because I love it so much that I'm afraid that the video I film will not live up to my expectations of what I want to be said, because I'm like, I need everyone to read this with me. Like, again, it's on KMANGA. I'm going to leave that link down below. Please go check it out. You can read the first volume for free. Don't need any tickets or points or any of that. It's so wonderful, and I obsess. I am obsessed. I bought the magazine that has the cover of them. I will leave a picture of it here because I'm like, I need everything and anything that I can get of them. Shout out to Sugaruya because they are the ones that I got all of this during their free shipping campaigns. I think probably for everything, maybe $20, and that's it. So very, very thankful and grateful for sure. But I love this series. It is a, I guess you would say, ex-delinquent, good girl kind of romance kind of trope. She is really, Momo is afraid of delinquents, but yet she falls in love with a delinquent, Ichikura. I love them. They have my heart. Like, this is the ultimate shoujo series. I have never in my entire life have I reread a manga as much as I have this one. Literally, I mean, no exaggeration when I say I read it every single day. Even this week has continued a similar trend because last week I was so busy and hectic. I did not have the same time to be able to read any of the chapters, like even just one, even just flipping through the Japanese volume. I'm like, this is enough for me. Like, my heart is content. I was reading it at nighttime, and literally like last week, I'm like, I didn't read any of Glasses this week, or like that night, I'm like, I don't feel as stress-free as I did the nights that I read it. It gives me all of the warm fuzzies. Love everything. Love the characters. It is amazing. Please go check it out. Eventually I will do a video review because I also also feel like even if I'm very nervous that I won't do it justice, at the same time, I'm like, Laura, you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't do a video review on one of your favorite series. I was talking to a friend the other day and she's like, you know, there are series that you just reread so much. It's like they chemically alter your brain. And I'm like, not chemically, but it alters your brain in some way. And I honestly feel like this is it. I was so afraid to read anything because I'm like, there's just nothing when it comes to shoujo anyway, that I'm like, there's nothing that can live up to this peak. This is peak. I love it. I would highly recommend this. I don't know if anybody else will feel the same way as it being a nice manga that helps you just sort of decompress, but it definitely is for me. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say my honorable mention because technically it's not really manga, but it is related to haiku, and that is haiku fanfiction. Like in between Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent and haiku fanfiction, these two are like the ultimate decompress for me. I will just go on Tumblr. I have haiku fluff, the hashtag, have it saved, and I just go there though, please, if you check it out, be mindful because there's things I'm like, this is not fluffy. I'm like, this is not safe for work material. Why is it marked under this hashtag? But anyway, that is beside the point, but I will often go on there. I love haiku fanfiction so much, and I just find it very relaxing to me and very comforting, and it honestly just keeps, I mean, these boys are like rent-free in my head. I think of them every day, but when it comes to fanfiction, I feel like it just brings the characters more to life, and even if the things I read aren't always accurate how I feel like the characters written in the manga, I still love it anyway. I still love it anyway because I'm like, it's just helping these characters continue to stay rent-free in my head. Not that I need anything to help with that, but it doesn't hurt either. So I don't have like any like set recommendations for haiku fanfiction that I read, but I do have quite a bit saved on my computer of ones that I really love going back to and rereading, which actually last week I was like, okay, I don't have time to read Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent, but I did go back and reread some of my favorites that I really, really love that just after a long day, like honestly, it just makes me feel happy. I'll go to bed. I'm like, I feel like there's no burdens on my shoulder, no pressure. It's great. It is great. I'm so thankful for fan fiction and that it exists. I know a lot of people, or at least people I have talked to that are not part of the fan fiction community, have a little bit of an issue with it, but it is great. It's amazing. When you find that fan fiction that just speaks to you and you're like, this is my jam, it will change your whole world. It is amazing and powerful. Shout out to all of the writers who create fan fiction for people like me who just don't have that same kind of mindset to bring these characters to life, because I am deeply thankful for all of the many times it has just made my day so much better. For number 2, definitely, for at least for volume 1, I have a little mixed feelings on volume 4, but for volume 1 through 3, one of the most wholesome series, and that is Gat Papa, Daddy at Work, and Daddy at Home. This is so sweet. This lives up to like, there's no plot. You don't need a plot. You are here for this dad, for the family shenanigans of seeing these very sweet moments between the mom and dad have like these little romantic inklings, and then you have like the daughter who's not on the cover for this one, but then you have like the daughter, here she is, who's super cute and just loves her mom and dad. I mean, this is what you're here for. You are just here to see these little moments, these precious moments between this family and how much that they love each other and that they're here for one another, how happy they are, especially this dad who's very cold at work, but he is like so warm, so kind, loves his wife and his daughter so much. Guys at work do not see that at all. And it is, it's so uplifting and really warms my heart. Volume 1 is definitely one of my favorite volumes in this series. It is so adorable and so very precious. I really, really love it. And as you can see, it is a colored manga. Yeah, it's just nice seeing this wholesome family give each other hugs, be happy together. Like there's not really any problems that cause any drama. I mean, like maybe the most is who can show mommy that they love her more, the dad or the daughter, or who can give more hugs than the other person, like things like that. Really wholesome, and it's just so sweet. Like in this chapter, they got the dad, I think it was like a plushie or something of his favorite bear. He was just overjoyed. He was so thankful. So this is a very, very good one. I've read this numerous times of just wanting to relax, not wanting to have to think about anything and just have all of the warm fuzzy vibes because it's so cute. Like look at his hair, look at his hair. Let me see if I can find a comparison photo. He looks like that, and then when he's at work, weird. He definitely has like more of this colder expression. He won't eat with any of the ladies at his job. He barely even eats out in general as it is. But then he comes home, he be looking super cute like this and just so happy like with all these flowers. So if you need these warm flowers, you need them popping off around you, this is the manga that will make you do that. For number 3, I feel like later volumes are having more plot than they have had in the past. And that is the Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. I love this. I said that really weird. Another very wholesome josei series that, oh my goodness, I love it so much. I have a review of volume 1 and I'm so happy, thankful that we have this physically. I read the volumes way too fast, but I always find myself really, really happy. I mean, how can you not when there's little snowmen that pop up? They're so cute. And honestly, I feel like this just without the ice. I'm just so happy for these two. They're not quite at that dating stage yet, but more feelings are being realized between these two and just like they're admitting to themselves of how they're feeling. This is another expression when reading like, oh my goodness, like they're so adorable. They're so cute. And I have loved every volume so much. I think I've given literally every volume 5 stars because it's just so enjoyable. Here we go. Here's the snowman, though I don't know why he's throwing a snowball at the other one's head. Oh, channel your inner smash snowball. I believe in you. But the snowmen are so adorable. And he's on the like cover, this little snowman's on the cover too. But they are so cute. It is a very easygoing series. I don't find that there's any really high stakes in this. And the art is definitely like super, super beautiful. And the covers are really vibrant. Like we have volume 2 is pink, volume 3 is yellow, and then volume 4 is green. I don't know what color the cover is of volume 5, but I know like one of them is like a purple. Really just nice. And the spines are so colorful. Like look at that. I mean, not that that should be a reason just to pick up the volumes, but I do love how bright and colorful they are. It's very nice and I love it. So it's another series that sort of starts out very episodic and I feel like it's slowly having more plot as it goes on. So if you're like, okay, I don't mind if it has a lot of episodic stuff happening in the beginning, but I definitely need some plot later on, that is very much happening. I mean, it still has those episodic moments, but I feel like that overall, they're more connected than they are in this one compared to where like in volume 1, it's just a bunch of random scenes of them being at work and then talking and just random scenes that happen at work. It's so sweet. I really love this series a lot. And again, I'm just like, I read it way too fast every single time, but I'm like, I can't stop reading because I just feel so happy and so good every time I read it. For number 4, another series that definitely does that is Play It Cool, guys. I love this series. It is one of my favorites. I don't know how many times I've reread volume 1 and a few of the other ones. This is also, well, Ice Guys wasn't, but Cat Papa was another colored manga. I love them. This, I feel like for the 4 volumes that we have, or is it 5? 5 volumes that we have, I feel like it's still pretty episodic, but I love it for that. I mean, you're here to see these guys, these hot guys, I think is what the blurb says, to just be super goofy. They are clumsy, they're relatable in that sense of like different things that they do. A case in point is with Shun on the cover of volume 2. We've all had it, opening those bag of chips and the chips just go everywhere. I think a few weeks ago when my kiddos actually had that happen to them, I had to laugh even though I felt bad and we cleaned it up and everything. But I love them. I love each and every one of them. They're so sweet and just, they're so adorable. I am very biased towards this series. I mean, Hayate, the guy right here, he is definitely my favorite out of all of them, but I love each of them in their own unique ways. And I actually have a acrylic stand of all of the guys in my Sugaruya cart debating if I should get it because I'm like, they look so happy, so cute. I mean, the merch just speaks to my heart just as much as the series does because it makes me happy. This is my happy manga read and I am due for a reread. I haven't read all of the volumes. I know I've read at least twice, but I think with volume 5 that came out, I don't think I've reread this one twice. Well, maybe I did because they went to Bearland and oh my goodness, I'm telling you, the creator, she knows. She knows what her readers want. She knows what they need, and I never knew that I'm trying to find them. I never knew I needed to see them in little bear ears, and they're so cute. They're so adorable, and I was like, oh my goodness, they're cute. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, my heart did not know that it needed this. I just didn't know, and he's got one too. I don't know, where's the guy with the black hair? I always forget his name. But see, right here, you can see them all, and I'm just like, my heart needed this. It needed it in this series. I really, really love volume 5. I mean, I love every volume, but that, oh gosh, here's another one. But like them at Bearland was everything. It was everything. It was so, so cute. So this is definitely one of my happy manga reads. I absolutely love it so much. Their expressions, the way the sense of color is used to just heighten everything that's happening. This is definitely another one where there's no stakes. I mean, maybe Hayate and, well, like, I guess you would say for Shun when he's failing, like, things going on with class, Hayate and how he's struggling to interact with our guy here because he's an author and this is like Hayate's favorite author, and so he felt like he could not talk to him because he was a reader. Seeing their friendship grow has been very, very satisfying. I'm like, you're doing it, Hayate, you're doing it. He's so sweet. I love him so much. I love all of these guys so very much. I did not mean to squeal and ramble so very much, but oh my gosh, I love them. They are great. This is very much a happy manga for me. I love it so much. Play Cool Guys is amazing. I'm always sad to see when people like trash on this series. Like, please don't. This series is my happy place. Don't talk bad about these goofy goobers. They're so sweet. And there's no romance in this. So if you're looking for a series that doesn't have any romance, this one will be right up your alley, at least hopefully. And if you want a colored manga, this one. And the price is definitely, I feel like it's $15. I feel like the price is very much worth it. At least for me, I'm like, this is a colored manga. I'm like, just take my money and give me the manga because I want it, I love it, and I need it. And for number 5, another slice of life of manga, and that is Mr. Villain's Day Off. I have volume 4 actually on my bookshelf, or not my bookshelf, right by my desk, which is like my stack of like immediate TBR. And I haven't read it yet because, anyway, I was trying to catch up with some things I've had for a while, like Miss Meowsome Would Love to Get Closer to You, volume 4, finally read it. I want to finish that series, and so now Mr. Villain's Day Off volume 4 is next up on my TBR, and I have loved this series. I don't love as much as Play It Cool Guys, but as you can see, Play It Cool Guys is sort of like above everything when it comes to slice of life manga. Like, nothing can supersede that. But Mr. Villain's Day Off is very, very close. I mean, I knew pandas were really cool, but seeing our villain absolutely love pandas, it's so comforting, guys. It is so comforting. I mean, seeing our villain, usually he looks like this, but he actually looks like this. I love it. I love it. Like, pandas are saving the world, guys. They're out there saving the world. We may not even know, but Mr. Villain here, he definitely knows. This is another one that's pretty episodic from what I know in the beginning it is, but I'm trying to think of when you go. I think it's also sort of doing the same thing as Gat Papa, very episodic in the beginning, and then as it goes on, it sort of gets less episodic, or like it's still episodic, but the chapters actually tie into one another, because volume 3 was surprisingly emotional, and it's interesting because, or funny, however you want to say it, because I feel like for a majority of the series, we only have 3 volumes, but I feel like for the first 2, it was like really funny, lots of cuteness. Like we have Santa Claus, that was so cute. That was such a cute moment. And then in volume 3, we meet a certain character, we get a backstory, and it was like really emotional, really heartfelt. And I was like, I'm about to cry right now because I didn't expect this heartfeltness, but it was so beautiful and just really, really sweet. So I'm very curious of how volume 4 is going to be. But the panda, look at him, he's so cute. I love the chapter headings for these, or like the illustrations on the new chapters, because it's just so great. I love the pandas. I love our villain. He's so great. And Ranger Red, where's he at? Right here. He is a hoot. I really love his character. Here he is too. He's always getting lost, and he's like, okay, we're not gonna fight today, villain, but tomorrow we will. But thanks for helping me get to where I need to go. And I was trying to find like a really cute panda illustration, and I'm losing it. I can't find one. This is a very good moment of where pandas here, they saved the day. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta go to the next page. But they saved, on this day, cuteness saved the world. They saved the world. So you don't have to be a fan of pandas to love this, but definitely I think if you are a fan of pandas, I definitely feel like you're going to feel very seen with how pandas have changed things. It's very, very sweet. Really enjoy it. I wish these volumes were definitely longer as well, because another one that I read like so very quickly, and I'm just like, slow down, but I just have such a great time reading it and feel very happy and refreshed. And honestly, with all of these manga, that's why I'm featuring today, that I feel like definitely they're in my top 5 of like manga I go to and all that stress, again, just melts away and I feel very happy, feel like relaxed, and I'm like, okay, I can take on the world today, you know what I mean? But let me know, what are some manga that help you decompress, help just relieve that stress? I would love to know, because manga like that is always really amazing. I feel like manga in general does that, or hopefully the things I'm reading anyway. But yes, I would love to hear from you, friends, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!